Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. I am back with another video, and today we have a reveal for a Transformers toy that I have been waiting for a long time coming. And Amazon Japan has finally revealed this thing, and I am so excited to talk about it because I need this toy in my collection. And that, of course, is Rodimus Prime. So without further ado, let's sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchasing some merch on my Teespring store today. Okay, so around this time last week, there were a couple of leaked images, very low-res images of this particular toy, and I saw it, but I'm still working on my next Transformers discussion video, and that is actually going to probably be either out later today or tomorrow if I don't finish it by today, because I'll be working on it, and it's very close to completion, so you can guys get excited for that one. But this one in particular, Rodimus Prime, is a character that you guys know is my favorite character, right? He's people go, well, I don't like the fact that he was so unsure of himself. That's what I love about him. I love the fact that this is a guy who stepped up into the role. Here I have Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, which I've customized, and I'm just waiting for the paint to finish curing before I can really move him. But you can kind of see some of the work that I did on him. Notice that the the waist there is painted, and I've got this part here is painted, and his knees and everything, because I wanted the toy to look really good. And I've customized my Power of the Primes Rodimus Prime toy before, but looking at this toy and taking a look at this image, I mean, you can see how much detail they put in. The only thing is that I can say is he needs paint on his hubcaps, which I'm sure Toy Hacks or a little bit of paint myself will probably fix really easily. But he's going to be a Commander class toy, so he's going to be in the same price point as Jetfire, Skyfire to me, or Skylynx. But to me, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. This is the Rodimus Prime toy that I've wanted for so long, and just looking at the truck mode in and of itself. The only thing is, this little gap here with the pipes doesn't look that good, especially because, I understand because you have to get the spoiler in there for the truck cab to the trailer. And this is just something to take note of. For those of you who are unaware, Rodimus Prime's design was based on the GM Bison, which was a turbine-powered truck. And what that meant was that the idea was that it was like a gas turbines was actually supposed to make the truck be able to move. And then of course you had this oddball canopy, this is kind of like the Rodimus Prime design. And just looking at the front of the truck there with the two wheels, this is how it was supposed to look. This is how the truck in and of itself was supposed to carry its load, so to speak. And not a lot of people know this, but when they look at Rodimus Prime, they think he looks like something else. And, which a lot of people say is an RV, but in reality, this is what he was supposed to be. And the Shockwave jet truck, which is kind of interesting because Energon Rodimus actually had this particular alt mode. And so this was the future equivalent of that same type of truck. The whole idea behind a turbine-powered, tractor trailer is exactly what Rodimus Prime is supposed to be. And so what this toy actually does is it gives us a robot mode that looks fantastic. It's not Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. It actually is using similar tooling, but take a look. He's got actually, posability in his fingers. He has, his long rifle. He has the sort of Primus from the Regeneration 1 comics. He does come with blast effects, which is going to be really cool. And on top of that, his trailer opens up into a battle platform, which is something that his original toy did do. And I'm wondering if this is actually going to be removable. So you'll be able to take the cannon itself and be able to detach it and of course, obviously use the different things for the War for Cybertron trilogy to add to him. But boy, does this toy look really, really awesome. And just getting a good look at this toy, I mean, you could see how much detail is put in him. Like I said, like the fact that he's got blast effects compatibility with his arm cannons, in addition to having the longer rifle. Now, notice that there is a pin there halfway through the gun, which probably means it folds up so it can go into the trailer, and so it could fit in there with everything. And on top of that, he has a kind of a pseudo, it's kind of like that truck cab, or kind of like a souped up hot rod, like taking hot rod and turning him into, converting a car into a truck is pretty much what they did here with Rodimus Prime. And I'm also glad that, one of the things I've noticed, I've seen third-party toys. I've seen everyone says, oh, get DX9 and get this one, get that one. And I've never been pleased with them because, especially when you look at Rodimus Prime from the back, there is that the spoiler in and of itself is not colored on the back, and I'm like, I don't really care for that. And this is they're actually souping him up. They're giving us a Rodimus Prime toy that is worthy of the character. But I'm curious as to what additions that he is going to have, because I'm taking a look here and I'm wondering, I don't think that the canopy itself of the truck does open, which kind of does stink. That is one thing that I wish that it did have, is that it kind of opened up so that you can kind of fit maybe two Titan Masters or something in there. If it does have that feature, because we don't know all the features that it's definitely going to have, that would be an extra cool bonus. But other than that, he looks phenomenal. And I am very, very excited for this toy, because I have been waiting for a Rodimus Prime toy that fits the character's name, to give us, something worthy of him. Because no matter how much customization I've done to Power of the Primes, Rodimus Prime, there's no way to get it as good as what this looks. And I have been desiring a toy for this character for a long time that fits him well, gives him a good-looking truck mode, gives him a good-looking robot mode, isn't marred down by the fact that you're trying to squeeze Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime into one toy, and doesn't come apart at seams, doesn't have these weird, the fists sticking out here on this one. This is it, man. This is it. And the fact that I'm this excited for a Rodimus Prime toy, goes to show you, this, we have been waiting for a good Rodimus Prime toy for way too long. They have not done the character justice over the years, and finally, they're going to give a good toy for him. And on top of that, they also, showed off a couple other things. On top of that, they showed off a couple of other things. Here you have, Maverick, which, if you guys have already ordered it or already got yours, I don't know, the milky plastic doesn't appeal to me very well for him. And, so that's why I kind of skipped him, but he's going to get a release in Japan. And they're also doing a studio series, Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. So he's going to be based upon that with the, as the Camaro with the battle mask down. And that looks okay. But, like I said, I don't collect movie toys, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be all over that because they're big into the live action stuff. But this Rodimus Prime toy, top of my list. Absolutely have to have this toy. I know that he's a Commander class, which stinks for a lot of people because he's $80. But man, they've knocked it out of the park with this one. This is the Rodimus Prime toy that we have been waiting for a long time. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of this Rodimus Prime toy? Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. Stay tuned because my next Transformers discussion video is coming out very, very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.